Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm going to talk with you about the differences between the spirit, the soul or the individual soul, the heart, and the mind. These are terminologies that are used in the Sufi teaching and they have subtle differences. So, inshallah, I will share my understanding about that. The spirit is the life force inside you, it's life itself. So when a body is dead, there is no sensing in it, there is no feeling that arise in it or through it, and there is no thoughts arising through it. So we say the body lost consciousness, lost awareness, or lost life. So that is the spirit. The spirit is what permeates through everything in the universe. Everything has an existence and is responsive to other things. So, what is the soul then? When the body has the life force inside it, that generates sensing, sensory perception, as well as feelings and thoughts that come with the interaction with the physical world, and that forms memories. So these memories is based on your experience, where you're born, to which household, to which culture, to which country, and what experiences you went through. And out of that, a personality is born. Some of it has to do also with inheriting DNA from past generations. So all of that forms the personality, the individual soul, and uh, that forms a discrete form of awareness or consciousness that is separate a little bit, or at least we think it's separate from the awareness, from the life, from existence itself. So this individual soul is what experience the conscious moment at the life here, and identify itself with it. So, for example, if you're sad, you think I'm sad now. That's how you identify yourself. Or I am Egyptian, I'm American, I am religious, I'm not religious, I am Muslim, I am Christian, and you start to form my identity. I am patient, I am impatient, I'm this or that. But you're not all of these. You are just life, and life and the spirit is just awareness that is capable of changing its reaction or its interaction with the world. So it becomes defined with the discrete consciousness that is formed from the experiences and the memories and what you inherited from other generations. So the conscious soul, which is the individual soul, the nafs, can go through emotions and sometimes get stuck in it. So if it is stuck in blame, blaming itself all the time, or blaming the world or some person, and get stuck in that feeling, then it is called the blaming self. When it is experiencing tranquility and peace, it is called the tranquil, secure self. When it is content, it's called the content self. If it is repulsive and impulsive and acting in a hostile way, or just reacting, not through through thoughtful spiritual connection to the divine and to the spirit, its original spirit, then it is called an-nafs al-ammara bis-su, or the commanding self. So these are to describe its state, ahwal, it's a hal. So it goes from one state to another, and that is what is called al-qalb. Al-qalb in Arabic language means turning. So the soul, or let us say awareness, become a discrete awareness. It's just an awareness. It becomes a discrete awareness as it interacts with something in the world. And that discrete consciousness have a state. This state is qalb, because the qalb starts to form or to turn from one state to another. So at one experience, the heart is joyful or peaceful. At another, the heart is full of fear, anxiety, or anger. So the heart is all of that. But the heart and the soul, the individual soul, also have states or that can connect them to the higher awareness and to the oneness of existence and to the divine, to the creator of the universe. So the heart can turn towards that, or it can turn towards the states. And the individual discrete soul can also turn through this state or vibrate through these states, or it can vibrate and in union with that higher awareness. So each of those has a higher and a lower connection to the pure awareness. So what is the mind then? So the heart, if you think of the heart, is more connected to the feeling or the gut feeling, we say, and the heart has that because it's also connected all the time to the pure awareness, because part of the heart function, the organ of the heart, is belonging to the autonomous nervous system, which means it is not under your conscious control. So it is part of the automatic body work that goes inside you, which is designed and is working by the spirit, the divine spirit inside you, which is the higher awareness. So it is beyond your control. And that's why if you experience fear, you feel your heart rate rising and sending signal to the brain, and they communicate together and they send signals to the rest of the body, and you start to act a certain way. So part of the heart again is connected to the higher awareness, and part is connected to the lower consciousness, discrete consciousness. And the mind is then the integration of, you have the memories, you have what you're experiencing now, what you're focusing on. Probably you're focusing right now on doing your work, or you're focusing on interacting with a person, or you're focusing with someone else. So all of what is inside you of memories and states and all of that, they integrate and form thoughts. And these thoughts, the purpose of it is to help you make a decision, an estimation of how to act. So it makes an assessment, it unifies things together, and it comes with these thoughts. But it has two levels as well. When it is connected to the lower discrete consciousness, it integrates already what you know and what you're going through, the feelings, the fears, the heritage of past experiences, and all of that integrate and form these generative thoughts. And you act according to those thoughts. You judge things, you estimate things, and you decide to act a certain way. So when the mind is connected to awareness, it takes its rationality from that awareness. So it is created to the it is connected, sorry, to the creative imagination, or the threshold between the spiritual and the material world. And when it is connected to that, with the higher awareness, it receives inspiration, creative solutions, creative expressions, guidance of how to act in a way that is in tune with your intrinsic innate nature, which is called fitra in Arabic language. So when you're connected to your fitra, which you're connected to the nature, the nature of your higher spirit or higher awareness, that is divine and part of the oneness, not separated from it, then you are acting in the best guided way that is in tune with your values, with the divine qualities, such as compassion, mercy, justice, and wisdom, knowledge, and so forth. So someone may ask, why are we having a heart and the individual soul? Because they serve a purpose. Because you can't learn about the divine names and the qualities unless you see the opposite and experience the opposite of it. To verify this knowledge and to be able to express it in a discrete creative action, you need to know its opposite. Like, you can claim that you are a just person, you're fair, you love justice, but nobody shows how you act, or you haven't showed yourself acting fairly with people. So when there is an injustice instant event in the world, it gives you the opportunity to wonder what could be just, and to seek, hopefully with sincerity, to connect with the divine, so you can be part of promoting or channeling or serving or representing that divine justice. And when you do that, there is a sense of fulfillment and contentment that occurs, a form of knowing yourself and knowing the masterful nurture that has created you and teaching you and guiding you and sustaining you. Will you do mistakes? Will I do mistakes? Of course, it is part of the journey to know one of the beautiful divine qualities, which is forgiveness. When we learn to forgive one another and we seek the forgiveness, then we receive the forgiveness and we learn to attain the ultimate forgiveness, which is to forgive ourselves. So this material world is so important, because sometimes you can claim that you love, but unless that love is expressed, how can we know? So it is when this love is materialized into a discrete expression, could be a gaze or a holding of hand or helping someone or giving a hug to someone or smiling in the face of someone or giving emotional support to someone. All of these beautiful expressions brings love to be known, to be tasted, to be experienced. That is why the material world is important vehicle for the spirit to express and know itself. Thank you very much for joining me today, and see you in the next video. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.